A great Thursday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and I was trying to catch up with all the messages I received throughout the evening. I th- my cats de repente en la mañana se ponen bien quisquillosos, quieren saludar. Súbete. They want their attention. I don't know why they miss it. They've been asleep all night long. I have cameras at the office, so I get to see them throughout the night. Um, Catching up on all the messages and a lot of the different questions out there that a lot of individuals had. I received a lot of text messages and messages uh, complimenting yesterday's show with Dr. G.F. Scully. Coach, I call him Coach. And the reason I call him Coach is because back in my high school days, he was our soccer coach. Actually, I'm going to say that coach, Dr. G.F. Scully, was the one that actually brought the soccer to Brownsville, to BISD. You know, being that I had a very, very uh, close relationship with a lot of individuals in Mexico back then when I was young, I understood soccer. I played soccer actually when I was young in Monterrey. Wasn't very good, and I was a little bit more on the heavier side. So los camaradas, what they would do, they said, "Te vamos a poner de portero," and I said, "Okay." She goes, "Nomás que venga la pelota, te caes y bloqueas para que no entre," because I was so thick back then, and so played me some soccer when I was young, so I understand what it was. I think a lot of folk here did not had never experienced it unless they came from Mexico. Uh, so it was a good little fit. Good morning, good morning. Soccer was a good fit for the city of Brownsville. It was a good fit for the school district. Just did well, and our students have done really really well in soccer. They've gone all the way to state. I think several times, not a couple of times. Not sure. I don't know why I'm getting golf text messages, but I am. Yesterday's show was good. I think because it you had two individuals that were knowledgeable in their own respects in regards to what goes on here in the city of Brownsville. Again, one of the reasons why, and I've said this publicly, one of the reasons why I became Erasmo Castro, one of the reasons why I started the page, why I'm actually even around right now, was because of Coach. He inspired me uh, to be a little bit more vocal in regards to a lot of the things that go on here locally, and try and be that voice for a lot of individuals. I think good morning, good morning, good morning. I think one of the things that he mentioned, which is very, very true, I was the first individual out there that actually take a public stand against Julieta Garcia. And again, it's one of those individuals that cannot tolerate because of what she tried to do to the community of Brownsville. And in her own little group, they go out there and they praise her and everything, and they say, "Oh well, she's a wonderful woman received the presidential medal of I don't know what for being I don't know what." But that's not how I remember her back in the day that we disagreed with her. We'd have meetings with her, and we wanted to make sure that students got a fair shake. And Julieta was uh, was vicious in regards to not letting when that anyone have a voice in regards to student government. So we fought her back then, and it all started with a dollar fee that they wanted to tax on to the students of UTBTSC. I was president of student government back then, and I used my position to make sure that I let individuals know that we're getting scammed, and it was kind of an interesting deal. But because of that, I sort of started to learn how the system works in all of these governing entities that exist here. And I make mention of that because I reposted a section on my main page. It's on the Erasmo Castro cheese page. I reposted a section out there. Al igual, buenos días. I posted a section out there of a forum that we had when we were running for mayor of the city of Brownsville, and and we were talking specifically about that, how the politicos, the people in power, they use these boards and committees in order to put more and more money into their pocket. And again, one of the reasons why I excel at forums, and one of the reasons why I run for office, is because it's an opportunity to tell them to their face, we know what you're doing. What you're doing is wrong. It is embarrassing. It is pitiful, and we know your game. So that's why when I was at that forum, the mayor forum, you had John Cowan there, Jessica Tetro, and all these, and I said, these people put their money in their pocket. This person puts their money in their pocket. They give the Limas to put the money in their pocket, and it's all true. They cannot negate the fact, and no one in the city of Brownsville can negate the fact, and no one wants to have an open forum on it, that these entities, BCIC and GBEC, they're a cancer to our society, and they should be ashamed of themselves, because they bring absolutely no benefit to the citizens of Brownsville as a whole. They bring benefit to the richest amongst us. That's the truth. And again, I challenge anyone out there to come and prove otherwise. I challenge any sitting city commissioner, anyone wanting to run for office, anyone on those boards and committees. I challenge them to come on and dispute it. Checks, but no balances. Yeah, and the checks are made out to themselves and deposited into their bank account. Patricio Mata. Joking, Pat. I'm joking. But I learned this back then at the UTBTSC level, and I also learned back then how pathetic the Brownsville Herald was and local media. They're worthless. They're advertising junkies, and that's one of the reasons why, despite the fact that it's a common trend throughout the country and everywhere else, is one of the reasons why the newspaper is no more, because it was always a piece of trash. Advertising junkies. They would never go out there and tell the truth about Julieta Garcia or about the hospitals or about the school districts. Never, ever. So I appreciate Dr. G.F. Scully, coach. I appreciate what he did for the community back then. It was a little bit more of an underground thing back then. And I think this is where we differentiated a little bit, in that he used to run El Rocinante, which was an amazing piece of literary work back then. A little bit on the scummy side with some things. Actually, in time, Dr. G.F. Scully became a little bit more on the pornographic side. But when it was our topic in regards to politics down here, there was no one other than El Rocinante. And we would read it religiously, actually. It was kind of a trippy deal. Also, Juan Montoya's El Run Run. Juan Montoya Run Run is also is still Juan Montoya's Run Run is still top notch. It sells out sometimes to a couple of the candidates out there, but it's okay. I've had actually Run go out there and post stories against me, and even Dr. J.F. Scully has posted some crap against me. But it makes no matter. I could still appreciate the great talent that they have. So started reading the Rocinante, went out there and questioned a lot of the things that were going on at UTBTSC, and how Julieta Garcia was decimating this community, and how the city of Brownsville continues to decimate this community, especially by putting up propositions that are bullcrap. The two propositions that are up there, Proposition A, Proposition B, it's just a scam, guys. It's just a scam, uh, smoke and mirrors. There's nothing to it. Nothing will come from it. We're still going to get screwed. So again, just everyone just vote no and no, 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 or no and yes. Doesn't matter. Ultimately, it just doesn't matter. No matter which one of the two does pass, we're still screwed. They're not doing away with BCIC. They're not doing away with GBEC. Because one of the things that I've learned is once they start taking your money, they will never stop. Once they start taking your money, they will never stop. And they're not going to stop. They want to continue to funnel that money to their compadres. They want to continue to funnel that money to their pet projects or to themselves. It's just that simple, guys. And again, challenge anyone out there to prove me wrong. It's always the same individuals that are getting these monies. Always. Except those that really need it here in the city of Brownsville. Those that really need it. That's why, and again, why do the Fruyas, car dealerships, why do they need $20,000, guys? $200,000. Why? Why do the Limas continuously go out there and dip and dip and dip? Why does why do local politicians go out there that are millionaires go out there and continue to take money from the citizens of Brownsville? Because they can. Because these individuals that are part of the BCIC group, the board, the directors, they're all in it. They give themselves money that should go to you and to your children, or to individuals here in the city of Brownsville that are interested in starting a business and being here. Again, one of the things that was when they were doing the monies, everyone was getting tens of thousands, hundreds of dollars. When my parents applied for BCIC, yeah, they gave them $5,000, and the mayor back then threw that in my face. I said, "Bro, we've been in business since 1977, in the same area, in the same place, since 1977." And they want through my parents $5,000. Look at my left hand. I get with my right hand. Yeah, pura ratas and BISD. Oh, it's so true. Is it true that Tim Ramirez and Marisa Leal met with Rene Gutierrez so that Gutierrez can help their campaign for BISD with his vendor friends? Um, I can affirm for a fact that Tim Ramirez and Marisa Leal met with Dr. Rene Gutierrez in McAllen. Uh, was it for to help their campaign for BISD with their vendors friends? I cannot confirm that. It is one of the rumors that, and I had this conversation with Marisa, and I love Marisa. I had this conversation with Tim, and I loved Tim. The optics of it were horrible. And again, the optics were horrible. Couldn't have come at a worse time for Marisa Leal. And I mentioned that because it just didn't look good. It didn't look good. Now, do I think that Dr. Gutierrez, would want to have a little bit of say in what happens in Brownsville? You better believe it. 100%. Why not? I mean, you are sitting on one of the top three uh, school districts here in the valley, because if I'm not mistaken, it's Brownsville, Edinburgh, and McAllen in regards to budget and student population. If that is the case, again, Dr. Gutierrez was the superintendent of Edinburgh, so has a little bit of influence there. Now he's the superintendent of McAllen. Definitely has power there. He was superintendent in the city of Brownsville. So can you imagine having a little clip, a little claw in each of the three most largest districts in the valley? That's power, guys. That's power. And again, anyone would be naive to think that someone wouldn't want that. Naive. So the reason, the purpose as to why they met, I cannot confirm or deny. Saludos, salud. What's up, Rob Hollywood? Haven't heard from you in a long time, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And that was a planned meeting, not an accident. Looks who's here lunch. Um, it's harder to believe that it was oops, I did again and I met and I say that it's very hard to believe because I've been to McAllen several times. I've never and I've been to the mall actually. I've never run into Dr. Gutierrez. McAllen's pretty big. Good morning, good morning. Love that hat, James. Metropolitan, yeah, it's metropolitan power. And again, you'd want that. Again, one of the things that I think I may mention is like if you, someone asked me one time, said, if you were Julieta Garcia, wouldn't you want to do the same thing? And I said, like, well, yeah, of course. Morning. Is it true that when you apply for a personal loan in the city of Brownsville Credit Union, a committee of three has to approve it? I didn't know the city of Brownsville had a credit union. I don't know. I honestly did not know that they had a credit union. That's interesting, actually. Um, today, uh, the committees are meeting to rename the schools. Uh, they said that Carlos Elizondo did not appoint someone. I'm still wondering why I didn't get appointed. I actually went to Cromac and to Rosal Castillo. So I think I would have been a good fit for that. But of course, one of the things that I mentioned at the forum, what we had with the Democrats on Tuesday was like individuals like me don't get put on a lot of these boards and forums out there. Uh, so yeah, individuals like me don't get placed on these boards committee. What will happen to those teachers where the schools are closing? Uh, the last that we heard was that they're going to be incorporated into the district, so no one is going to lose their job right now, but it might happen later on. Why are they renaming the schools? Keep the names, because they're putting two schools together, like they're putting Castañeda and Cromac together. So they are going to ultimately decide if it's going to be called Castañeda, Cromac, if it's going to be Castañeda Cromac or Cromac Castañeda. So that's what they're debating. I was asked what my take wasn't on it, and I said, name it Cromac. Uh, Cromac has been there for the longest time. A lot of us down south, most, if not most of us that grew up on southmost, we went to Cromac. It's just been there longer. They should keep the name Cromac. In the regards to the Morningside and Rosa del Castillo, uh, keep it Rosa del Castillo. Morningside is a street. We could do away with the name of the street to be on the school. And Garza and Southmost uh, Elementary, just keep the name Garza. It's just that easy. Yeah, I don't want them naming a school after me until after I'm dead. After I'm dead and gone, I want them naming a school after me, but not right now. It would not be a good thing. Not be a good thing at all. Uh, One of the things that I made mention yesterday. I am involved in this Cameron County appraisal district race. Upon winning this race, there's no way I'm going to run for BISD. Uh, I think I will have enough on my plate trying to help the community of Cameron County in regards to uh, this crazy, outrageous uh, increase in regards to the value of property. So, anyone out there that is running for BISD, please go out there and make individuals, send them my way. Tell them to vote for Erasmo Castro. Tell them it's going to be a great way to keep Erasmo Castro from running against you in November. Hey, it's a win-win for everyone. The community wins, the people that want to run for office win, and Erasmo Castro wins. Um, I also ran into a sermon that I gave last year, and I said, "This is my last run," and here I am running for office again. I actually told my church people, "I promise you, this is my last run," and I did not keep my promise. So sorry to my church people. It just didn't happen, and I might have a couple more races under my belt before I retire. And like I mentioned later on in my life, I think after my 60s, I will be considering running for Presidente Municipal de Matamoros, Tamaulipas. I think it'll be fun. They definitely need to change the name of Gallegos Elementary. Yeah, very much so. 100%. Guys, have a wonderful, beautiful day. I have got work to do. I wanted to come on. Actually, stayed a little bit longer than I thought I would stay, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and thank y'all so much for being patient with me. Guys, please go out and vote. Please send text messages, emails to anyone, everyone you know out there. Please send them to go vote. I need to get on my phone and start making sure that my family are going out. Why are the candidates abusing the other park lot? They park front rows, forcing mom and children to park. Yeah, 100%. Makes no sense. Guys, thank you. Please go vote and text and message individuals. Have them go vote as well. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.